Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter. I am so happy that you are here. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I enjoy doing a lot of paper crafting and DIY projects, including junk journals, thrifting for vintage treasures, and of course, traveling. So today I have completed my two French-inspired journals. And if you have been watching for a while, you know that this was a book called Home Sewn that I did on camera. I dismantled the entire book and put it all back together again in hopes to create something and to educate all of you on how you can use one book to create a journal and just supplement here and there. These are going to go on the Maker's Market, and actually, as this airs, they will already be there for you to look at. I will also have this video attached, so if you came from the Maker's Market and you're watching this video because you had interest in these, thank you for hopping over. I hope you love them as much as I do, and if you have questions, feel free to message me in the Maker's Market or leave me a comment. So we're going to get right to it, and I will show you what I did. Now, you can go back to the journal tutorials playlist and see how I dismantled this. I think there's at least 2 videos. But I tied just a simple little piece of fabric around this. It has been pinked on the edges, and it doesn't really need anything to keep it shut, but I just thought it looked kind of cute on there. Now, it says under here, Home Sewn, and so it had kind of a label in the middle of all this beautiful French-inspired fabric. And so I just wanted to cover that, but embrace this cover because I thought it was so gorgeous. So I just used some ticking, a little rosebud fabric, some lace, and then these are one of my button clusters that I did. We've done these on camera where I used hearts. I'm almost out of this, but it's one of my favorite trims to use. So I used that on the front and on the back, and I did cover the back because it was just plain. This is red ticking. And then on the, I know this is going to be hard to see. Let's see if I can pull it up here a little bit. This is just the spine. And I've used some cute little, almost ribbon-like trims on there, and some sweet little buttons and some lace. And that is the spine. And it has, oh shoot, I wrote down how many pages it had. Well, I don't remember. We'll just have to... we'll just have to count. I did that so that I could list it. So let's just go ahead and get started. So on the inside, if you remember and watched those videos of me dismantling, there was this envelope. And inside of the envelope are all of these patterns that went in the original book. And I thought it would be fun just to keep them in here. There are 4, and they're huge, huge patterns. So if somebody wants to use those for another purpose, they certainly can. It had a little sticker that had gone over this, and so I just replaced it with one of the Milk Pug pieces. And I made a tuck, an up tuck, and then this is a tuck here, and this is a tuck here, and just put some fun, pretty ephemera in there. And I tried to do everything French-inspired. Now, the difference between this journal, as opposed to many that I make, is I decided to do a waterfall journal. And as it ended up, I wanted to do more. So I did almost like a double waterfall. Excuse me. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. So let's just flip through this. I just used a little bit of lace here and some vintage music. This is actually, I'll tell you when we see something that is from the original book. This page was from the book, so was this tag. This is scrapbook paper, wallpaper, and this, I just added this little band, and then there's some old buttons, a little simple tag. We've got this Victorian or maybe Edwardian ladies, and another little piece here. And then there is a little tuck if you wanted to put something over on this side as well. More wallpaper, and I kept with the blue and reds. There was a little bit of blue, and the pinks of the original pages. This was made from the book. Another piece of wallpaper. I've got, this is a vintage little piece. There's actually, the needles are still in it. We did these on camera a while ago, as did we these. So those are just kind of sewing French related if you're interested. This is a page of, that I coffee dyed of the, I just coffee sprayed it actually, of those patterns. So you can kind of see what they look like. And then this was something I had thrifted. It's actually supposed to be a hair bait barrette. And then this one is really fun. I'm going to take all of this out and I'll show you. So there's just all kinds of cute little ephemera. And we made these. Now, when you see this, will you have seen this video? I'm sure you probably would. That one can probably stay there. So I'm going to take all these pieces out, and there is another pocket back here. But this was my hidden pocket journaling card. So this pocket flips up, and then you can write. And then this pocket flips up, and you can write. And this pocket flips up, and so does this. So there's tons and tons of little pockets and spaces and secret little hiding spots in this journal for you to tuck all your goodies and your private notes and all of the good things that go with that. This is another, we made these on camera as well. This is the little alligator barrette clip. And this was just a piece I had in my pre-made ephemera. And I believe that this, did I make this or was this a gift? I feel like it was a gift. Maybe not. I do have that paper. But this just has a little tuck inside and a lot of little goodies. We've made these on camera before, so maybe this was mine. I don't know. It must be, because I have all of this stuff that is on here. You know, you kind of forget. So I just popped that on there. Let's see if we can, let's pop it on this way. So I'll tell you how I started. When I flip this, you'll understand. So this was the secondary waterfall, if you will. So essentially there are two signatures in there. This is the first one. I started with this. So this was my first one that I did, and then I wanted to add more, so I added the second one. So this originally was the cover, and then this is some dyed paper. I think this one was from, I do not, Triple V Vintage, I believe. And there's a pocket. There's a little sewing. This was from Judy Hurst, this one. So thank you, Judy. I got to use that in a journal. And I tried to leave plenty of writing space. And I didn't want this to be like so big that it got to be alligator-like, because there's a lot to be said about, at least originally when the owner gets this, that it lays all pretty. So there's lots of writing space in this. This is just scrapbook paper and one of my favorite little trims, the same one I used on the clip. Some wallpaper, more scrapbook, same. This is actually a pocket that something can go in, and it flips out. And there's another pocket inside with just a little, this is just a really plain, you can journal on both sides of it. I did not embellish it. It's what I call the wackadoo tags, but it's from the Whack-A-Stack from Ann Kenlin. Some more scrapbook paper. This is from we actually did this one from the book. There's just a little photo and a tag of Paris. And in this side, we made these a while ago. This is, I didn't put anything in it because I didn't want to bulk it out again, but there's all kinds of little spots for tags. So 1, 2, 3, for 5 spots for tags, and a great place for you to journal as well. This we made it during the during the dismantling of this book, and that came from the original pages. This is a piece from, I believe, a Work Basket magazine. Just popped that in there. And I like I said, I did not overstuff it. I didn't how come that's not going back in there? Oh, because I don't have it in the right spot. I wanted whomever gets this to be able to fill it with all the joy that they wish. And it's perfect for a seamstress. Here's another page we made together, as is this and this. It's great for, keeping notes if you're a seamstress, if you're a junk journal, if you're an art journaler, if you just like to journal. It's got tons and tons of goodies. This one I did as a side pocket, and in here I put some of my vintage. These are just spools of thread that I had. I have some of these on the Maker's Market as well in bundles. They're so stinking cute. This is just a little to add a little of the blue in there. And then you open it up. And this was wallpaper. I just made that little cluster. There's some French. This is French ledger or French book page. I guess it was typed French paper. This is antique. The antique, both of those are antique. So there's a good amount of this. There's a little vellum pocket. We made those together, and it has the hand wash, cold water, woolite, and dry flat with a little rooster sticker in there. One of my faux buttons on some scrapbook paper. This is just some old pattern directions with a little tag clipped on with a cute little, very simple paper clip. And this is one of my tie pockets. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. They're really fun to make. A couple other little goodies in here. Couldn't decide on a perfect spot for this, but it looked best right here. And so I decided to embrace the fact that I already had a pocket here and do that as well. There is a pocket up here for someone to pop things in if they wish. And then when you turn it over, it's got more goodies. There's a vintage piece of like a sales slip. This, where did I get this? This was from, it was a book. All of the images I took out of that. We did, I think, a bolo on it. This little piece, I wanted to add some blue, so it's just got a little tag in here and another piece from a double little piece from a work basket. This we made from the book itself. So there's so many things, and I've actually used it in 2 different pieces. I've got a couple of tags right there with a simple little paper clip as well. A fabric flip and a place where someone can tuck all kinds of goodies in this lace pocket. And in here I have this adorable little bunch of ladies and girls from the 40s. And then this is one of the tags we made as a fabric flip. It's my new way to make fabric flips. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But more practical in my opinion. So this actually is, this one's kind of wackadoo the way it's cut, but it's several layers. So you could use these, cut these, use them for something else. Some Kool-Aid dyed paper where you can journal on this side. You can journal on this side. And this is some directions as well. But this is magnetized so that it is holding in that piece. And then on the back side, you open it up and it is full of paper. So you can use all those little pieces as well. I love this. And I thought, you know what? It's crooked and I love it that way. So we're just going to embrace it and pop it in this journal. And then another little ruffle, some more scrapbook paper, and ending it up with the other piece on the back that is from the book as well. And then to finish off the back, I used one of the corset. This was from the book as well, and I used those. There was like a cinch-like binding on it. So like well, you know what I'm talking about. So each one of these was in one of the wire bound pieces. And so we made a corset out of it. And then I used this to make a little folder. This is from Sandy, this little piece right here. And then I made this into a belly band. And this is some old, this would have been like an iron-on transfer. There's a piece from a magazine in here. So a little bit of French-related, not French, sewing and French-related ephemera. But the cool part about this is that I did decide to do this Midori style. So what Midori style means is when you're binding the journal, you're using a piece of elastic of some sort. Let's see if I can get my hair. I'll use this. My nails aren't working. So it's elastic, and you just bind it by putting 2 holes here. And then I hid the other piece of this underneath the spine on the back. This way, whoever receives this can pull things in, they can pull things out, they can work on them flat on a surface if they wish, and slide it right back in. So pretty lovely little journal. It is called Home Sewn, and it is on the Maker's Market, and I hope you go over and take a little look at it. I'll put this back on later. Now, if you have been here for a very long time, last winter, I tried my hand. It's something I call a stacked journal. Now, I made this. I made the last one for December Daily, and it was oriented horizontally or landscape. And it had old book pieces as the front, back cover, and signature divider. I love doing this so much. I was like, oh gosh, I got to do this again. And this time I decided to do this on a portrait perspective. And I really love the way that this turned out. This is extremely full of antique papers and French ephemera. If you love almost, it's a little bit shabby chic, but I would not really call it that. I would call it more of a Victorian flair with lots French Victorian, if you will. So on the cover, this is an old book cover. I got these, funny enough, at a thrift store, and a junk journaler had donated all these, and they were tons of antique books, but they were just the covers, and some were nice on the front, some were nicer on the inside. This is the inside of that book, and then I just made a cluster here with some little tiny roses. This is antique embroidery. I think it came off of actually it wasn't on anything. This was from a lady at the 141 yard sales that gifted me that, and I had bought a bunch of others. And then I did not want to do a traditional dangle on either one of these. So this one on the rings, it is ring bound. I just did some dangles on there and some ribbons here, and it just all kind of matches the aesthetic of the journal. So that is what we have there. So you open it up, and oops, I should have probably pushed that back a little bit. In here is a piece of French ledger. There is a gold little pocket. You know, I could stick this in here too, keep it a little safer. And this is some vintage, this one's antique lace. These I had printed before. There's lots of pockets in this. So lots of pockets, lots of tags, lots of beautiful little pieces and parts in here. This is just something we did together. These are the teacups that I made. We made these on camera. If you haven't seen that video, it's very fun. This was a scrap of vintage. This was from my great-grandma's. And these were like little triangles, or little squares folded into triangles and then each sewn together. Another piece of antique ledger. Lots of antique ledger and papers in here. This is just some scrapbook paper with a little paper clip with a couple little things. This is an antique photo from the 20s. More ledger. Another little piece. This is a little magnet right here. This was just a piece of my collage. And then this right here is from one of my digital kits. And then I had already had this belly band, so I just popped that on here. And inside of here, this is another piece of French ephemera. It's a big piece that came, I can't remember the year of it. It's old. Was it 18? I think this was from the 1800s. I have some that's older. And I think that's in here too. So that's just tucked in there for someone to use as they wish. This is a key from France. A little metal antique key. And these papers right here are from Sarah at New England Junk Journals. And she has some beautiful antique book page bundles in her shop on the Makers Market. So stop by there and check that out. More ledger. There's lots of ledger in here. And like I said, this is ring bound, so you can take it apart. You can write on it. You can add to it, pop it right back in. This was just a little side tuck cluster that I did. These are from 1893, and I don't know if it shows well, but these are receipts, so there would have been a check on the end. And I just have the book of all of the receipts, and it is kind of a pale pink. It's beautiful. Did I make this a tuck? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. This one is, oops, missed one. Oh, that stuck to it. Oh no. There we go. This is just a little pocket with a couple little tags in it. I did a lot of, when I put this together, I did a lot of the scrapbook papers into pockets because that way there's plenty of room to add things to. This is all antique papers, French. A little envelope pocket with just a simple little piece of paper in there. It opens up. And then this was from that same home sewn book. So then there's a little, you can see the information on there. This is from one of my digitals, and I do have to say I have all my digitals on Ko-fi. I did close my Etsy shop where all of the rest of the digitals were. So I do have a job in uploading all of those that were on Etsy into my my Ko-fi shop, but there are a lot over there. This is just clipped in, and it's just, we made these together, more French paper, a little round rosette, a little file folder, another little tag, and we made these together as well. We have made these several times. We made them on the Smash a Stack series. I also did them on book page, on the book page playlist as well. This is an coffee dyed envelope, and I just stuck a card in there, and you open it up. This is some more French paper with a cute little round paper clip. There's another journaling card here and some more of that receipt. This is one of my favorites. I just love the way that it feels and it looks after having been dyed. This we did together. It was the layered collage, so it's very textural. With some vintage trim on the side. This is on a piece of wallpaper. More of Sarah's paper. There are a lot of pages in here. I want to say over, front and back, over 100. I do know it's that for this one. And the other one, I think it was just under, like in the 60s or so. But all of that will be in the description on the Makers Market if you're interested. Another little tag and a belly band. This is a piece of antique French papers as well. Some dyed paper. And I just tried to, I didn't want it to match exactly. I just wanted it to kind of coordinate nicely. Another little pocket with this cute little couple and another journaling card. Nope, this is a postcard in here. And let's see, one of my digitals that I had a lot of area to write, so I left it in there, and I left it the bright white. I was okay with that. With another little paper clip. This is the second cover, and like I said, the insides were more pretty than the outsides. These I made years ago, and I believe we made these again. I made these before I ever did YouTube, but this says Je t'aime, and it's a domino, so I put that on there with some of the antique trim as well. It's heavy. This is the front of the cover. A little piece from that same book. I just thought, if you know French, chat noir, so a black cat, and I just thought that was cute. And some more French papers in here. And a journal card and a cute little question mark paper clip. This is an old piece of French paper, and the pin is still in there, so be careful if you buy this. An old piece also with some French bundles, another piece of French ledger. There's another pocket back here to put things if you wish, but I just liked it kind of simple like that. Another piece of the layered collage that we did. So again, very textural. This is also French papers. So lots and lots of French. This is another piece of French, and this is like a tissue. We made these together as well. This is just a piece of dragonfly vellum and more of Sarah's papers, more French pieces. This is a great big paper clip. More French. I don't know what these would have been used for. Action number. Industrial commerce. You can kind of tell. Well, for my little lack of French. Another little dangle here and some of the textural collage that we did. More French ledger. Another one of my digitals in there with a fabric flip. I didn't flip it, did I? Here we go. And this is, you'd have to undo this to get this open, but this flips up for writing space. But I loved it so much, and I thought it went so cute that I popped this in here. This little tag with some, I don't remember where this is from. I don't know. It's a digital, though. And then we made these, remember, when we did Give a Scrap. And this, I believe, was Trudy Craig that made some of these, and I made them as well on camera. And then some coffee dyed paper. This is a French letter. Another little piece that's got some splatter. Another piece of French in here. Lots and lots of French, original French ephemera. So if that is what you've always dreamed of having, there is tons of it in here. Another piece here. This was an envelope, I believe, at one time. Another, I think this is, nope, that's just a paper clip. Some vintage trim here. More French. I guess I could probably just turn this all over. This is one of my favorite pages right here. Made from the Homestone pages. This was just an offcut on a piece of wallpaper, or not an offcut. I was doing a project and just stamped randomly these dates on here from when I was using them for the project, and I turned it into a little pocket, and I love it. Sometimes it's the best way to do it. Now, this I said was stuffed, so just know this. This is another piece. I have a big stack of French patterns, like that might have been made to do either embroidery. It could have been made to use as a scroll, or I'm sorry, like toll painting template. I'm not really sure, but It's beautiful. This is one of the little paper clips that we made together after I found these cute little paper clips. More vellum. This is not French, but it is Old Ledger. Some music, piano roll. This is one of my digitals. More ledger. Coffee dyed paper. This was from a journal that got discarded, and so I wanted to embrace that and use some of those things in there. Another piece of scrapbook paper, ledger. This is one of my digitals that I did in vellum. I had thought about folding it, but then I just popped it in there, and I kind of like the way it looks. This is a pocket too, if you wish to put something in there. Another piece of ledger. How many times can I say ledger? This is from the home sewn book, and this cute bebe in there as well. And then to top it off on the back of it is more of that vintage fabric that was made into a ruffle with a little dangle. Another piece of my quilt digital. And then this is all full of goodies too. More French papers. This is not French, but it's from an antique magazine. And then the back I left blank. It does have some more of the antique lace with a big pocket for you to put whatever goodness you wish. So very ooh la la French inspired, and it is on the Maker's Market as we speak. So go check that out if you are interested in loving this and having it in your home. So those are the two videos for today, or two journals for today. I have been working on more and tasked myself with 5 of them. This was one of them, and then you'll see the future ones very, very soon. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this, and hop over to the Maker's Market, district.net/Maker's Market. You can check out all of my listings and all of the other shops that are on there, and there are some beautiful, lovely creators of all kinds. So check it out, and we will talk to you next time. Until then, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.